bitches, 9 punch. 100 men over there, 9 running. Bigfoot footsteps, hero coming. Underdog.
What do we do every day anyway? XJ is a trucking company working daily in an orderly and skilled fashion to get import and export containers to and from the Port of Houston for our customers. That's what we do. What's an import? A driver gets a container from the USA of A port loaded with cargo ranging from cookies to machinery. Takes this loaded container to a USA warehouse to have the cargo unloaded, then returns that empty container to the port to complete the round trip. That's an import. An export is just the opposite. A driver gets an empty container from the Port of Houston in good old US of A. Takes that empty container to a USA warehouse to have the cargo, cookies to machinery, unloaded. Then returns that empty container to the port to complete that round trip for an export. Alright, let's get into it. This is the job. Can you do it the XJA way? Let's find out. Alright, the XJA way. This is what I mean by the XJA way. Welcome to XJA Customer Service and Dispatching. Our mission is to provide the customer with key updates on their shipments almost immediately and provide the billing confirmations and the PODs within 24 to 48 hours of completion. To provide drivers and fleet owners with consistent and profitable freight hauling opportunities. And to provide staff with a job that provides a sense of challenge and fulfillment. This is our core mission, and this is what we want to be the best in the world at doing. So stay on mission. All right. Number one, this is how we do this. This is how we stay on mission. We adhere to the higher standards set by leadership. Number two, serve the team in the way that produces the best results every time, but understanding that no standard set is higher than the individual team member, but always remembering the highest standard set is established to be in service to the team collectively. Number three, help the newcomer do the same. Okay? Again, adhere to the highest standard set by leadership. Serve the team in a way that produces the best results every time, but understanding no standard is set higher than an individual team member, but always remembering the highest standard set is established to service the team collectively in the best way possible. Number three, help the newcomer to do the same. If we stay on that, ladies and gentlemen, we stay on mission. So, bang, in your face, know it, understand it. Easy as 1, 2, 3. All right, definitions. Let's get a couple definitions in for you. So, definition. Definition 1. The XJA way. This is a noun, the path taken as a verb, this means we're practicing. What we practicing what we preach day to day. Okay. The XJ way. Team. Team is a noun. And as you know, nouns are in excess. So anybody you bump shoulders with, anybody you deal with on a regular basis, or semi-regular basis, or semi-regular basis, that's your team. The newcomer, that is you. And at some point, it's all of us. Today, it is you. For this purpose, it is you. You are the newcomer. Now, the higher standard. What does it say? To adhere to the higher standard. That's it. What is this? So this is an adjective, right? And a noun. That is probably a few things. Adjective. An organized process. As a noun, this is an organized process by which a task is accomplished, usually placed in the form of policies and procedures and memos, and occasionally unwritten but understood common practices of a group. Higher standard, ladies and gentlemen. It is an organized process by which a task is accomplished, usually placed in the form of policies and procedures and memos, and occasionally unwritten, but very much understood because it's common and it's practiced in a group. All right. Welcome to customer service and dispatching, the XJA way. All right, coming up on part 1, intro to XJ Terminal and the XJ way. You just completed. Congratulations, you get a star. Now we're going into intro to XJ training. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Welcome to XJ Training. CSR, and dispatch training. All right? Stay on mission. Let's see. I want to remind you. I want to remind you why you're here. You're here because you've been invited. You're here because you wanted to change. And you figured this could be it. Maybe. That's what you figured. That's what I figured. Alright, so we're going to find out. That's what this training is about. Finding out. I want to explain. I want to explain how your training is going to go. Okay. You've developed whatever you've developed since you've been a professional, since you've decided to be a professional, and whenever that time was in your life. Now you're here. So we're going to develop you just a little bit further as a professional. Just a little bit more. Over the next 60 days, over the next 60 days, yes, say it with me, 60 days. Over the next 60 days, we're going to start you off into some information overload. You're going to learn and hear so many different and new things in a concentrated time. In the matter of 2 weeks alone, we're going to hash and rehash. Rehash, trash, and rehash, and again. That's what we're going to do. That's your first 2 weeks. Dipping you in the sauce, okay? So be ready. Thereafter, 4 weeks later, we're going to, or not 4 weeks later, I'm sorry. For the following 4 weeks, I should say. In 6 weeks' time, you will have had an information overload started off in 2 weeks. You're then going to follow that 2 weeks by 4 weeks. 4 weeks of hands-on with mentor. Whoever your mentor is, maybe a couple of them. You may be with 2 or 3 different people, but you will be with a mentor. And you'll find out who to stick with, who you're most comfortable with. You will be assigned a mentor that you'll be comfortable with. So, 2 weeks of overload, information overload. 4 weeks hands-on with this mentor that you're going to become cool and close with. And that is the crust of your training inside of that first 6 weeks. Now, no training would be complete without testing, so you will be tested. You will be tested for 2 weeks on everything that you've developed in a 6-week time frame. Are you ready? I hope so. We'll see. Ninja jump.
Fall for nothing. Give me all my time. I want it all in honey. I made it out. 100 miles I'm running. So if I go down, don't let me fall. Don't let me fall for nothing. Your price. Go what it costs to toss all your morals aside. Piece of the pie. Something foreign to try. What would you put on the line? They say they can guarantee all the money you need if you trade in your soul first. When the money and ego bring out the evil in people, what is your soul worth? Let us pray. Father, forgive them, cause they do not know what they've done. Came from the bottom, the slums, and we got it straight out the mud. Only because the pressure they try to put on me was never enough.